nuts. Going fucking nuts. Bam. Bam. Going fucking nuts. Cause he's going fucking nuts. Cause I'm going fucking nuts. Cause he's going fucking nuts. Cause I'm going fucking nuts. Cause he's going fucking nuts. Going fucking nuts. You guys can hear that in the background. Like fucking drumming. Nuts. He's going nuts. He's going nuts. Cause freaking nuts. Nuts. Cause he's going nuts. Cause he's freaking nuts. Cause freaking nuts, 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 nuts. Anyway, sorry. All right. Sorry, I'm really high energy today for some odd reason. I don't know exactly why, but I'm going a little fucking wild. Going a little wild. Going a little wild. All right. AI over what? Oh, I see. Okay. Sorry, I am trying to get the text-to-speech to work for anybody that's here. Okay. Alright. That's ready to go. And... Come on. Come on. There we go. Got it. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Now you guys should be able to talk. And let me add all the meteorologists. Meteorologist. And let's copy Twitch real quick. Real quickly. Real frickin' quickly. Oh yeah, let's get quick with that. Oh yeah, girlfriend. Let's get real quick. Oh, is no one here today? Ooh, is it a non-streaming day today for me? It may be. Let's find out. Let's see if there's anyone here. Because it doesn't look like it, because no thing has been showing up. Oh. Interesting.
Test.
Oh? It may just be me here tonight. Okay, color. Well, look at you. Well. I may be able to just watch my show after all.
Hey.
Oh, hi Zen. How you doing? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. I was almost about to be like, man, looks like I can watch my show but it turns out no. It's alright. It's fine. It's a show I've seen before, so. Let's see here. Alright, where are we in the playlist today is the question. Let's find out. Jesus Christ, okay. Okay. Well, how are you, Zen? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Because you're probably going to be the only one here today, we will probably look at your stuff first, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So let's look at your stuff first. Also, how have you been feeling? Hope you're feeling better. Let's see here.
I've yet to perish, which is good, but apparently my buddy in Australia thought that tumbleweeds weren't real.
Thought tumbleweeds weren't real? Tumbleweeds exist in Australia, though, don't they? Don't they? Hold on. Do tumbleweeds exist in Australia?
I thought so.
Let's find out. Yes, they exist in Australia, also known as a hairy panic. Hairy panic. I can't do an Australian voice, which can become a nuisance in dry conditions. Yeah, well, yeah, because it's fucking... They, like, tumbleweeds obviously fucking grow at massive rates. Just so crazy. You could straight up have your whole house infected by tumbleweeds, because they're, you know, they're tumbleweeds.
I don't know then. Wonder why he didn't know then.
Yeah, they exist in Australia. Like, I don't get why he thinks that, like, I don't get why he thinks, like deadly shit just doesn't exist in his... Like, if it's deadly, it clearly lives there, you know? Okay. Alright. Let's look at your stuff first, since you're the only one here right now. What exactly have you sent? You sent the Your New Home reverb. We already listened to that. I guess that's it. Yeah, there's nothing else you sent. Okay. Alright. Never mind. We'll start with, We'll just kind of go down the playlist then. Okay. And it's music. Nice. Alright, cool. Let's do this.
When it gets windy here, they can build ramps over my fence and I get overrun.
When it gets windy here, they can build ramps on my fence. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and tumbleweeds are, like, scary because, like, they can just, like, catch fire, like, so easily. Like, they just fucking cause fires just because they can. So, believe me, I get it. They can cause, yeah, in Arizona, we have tons of fucking tumbleweeds here, man. So it's like, if they ever get in the city, we're fucked. It's like, that shit could cause fire so fast, dude. So fast. Like, you know. Also, I never realized Commando 2 had pretty decent music. I never expected anybody to freaking, like, send me a Flash game. Is it, like, loud on your end? No, it's not. It's not loud on my end, but it seems like it would be loud on your guys' end.
AD.
Yeah, of course there's an ad. That's fine. I'll just repeat this song then. I think this song's on loop. So
Add over.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't mind just music. If I get all music today again, man, this will be sweet. I'm kind of ready for it. Song is definitely just a song on repeat for sure, but I don't mind it. So it helps me like focus a little though. What the fuck? Oh. That was fucking creative. God damn. Fucking wow. Okay, what a way to bring new life into something I like. Way to bring new life into something I haven't, or I've seen before already. That's really funny because I know exactly what scene. No, shut up, commentary person. No, dude, that was really fucking creative. Hold on, I have to see that again. That was, dude. Someone thought about that. Hold on, wait. Let's go back. That was crazy. Hold on, one sec. This is insane, dude. That's so creative. That's such a creative way of like using this scene. Bro, I don't know if I could watch the original scene after that. This is so fucking creative. Wow. That's really funny. Damn, nobody told me the Squidward meta is actually really good, you know? God damn. That's fucking wild, dude. That's so good, man. Fuck. That's such a clean edit, brother. I don't know how to explain. Like, all he did was just take like JPEGs and put him put him on the freaking like boulders and shit. But like the simple fact that it was like Squidward just, I don't know, the fact that like you saw that scene in SpongeBob.
I sent a couple of videos to the Discord.
You saw that scene in SpongeBob where he fucking destroys shit, and you're like, you know what? What if I make this freaking what if I make this make this scene where he destroys all of like all of the art supplies? What if I make that into a Smash Brothers break the targets test? That's amazing. All right. Alrighty, we'll move to your thing since you're here, so. Here, hold on.
Also, the audio change and the editing was pretty well done.
Dude, honestly, yeah. Just the simple fact that shit was, yeah, just the simple fact, like, there was a lot of extra details there. I liked it. It was so simple, but it works so effectively. Okay.
Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson.
Not you yet. Let's go here.
Here at Slorm Bank, we believe in traditional values such as family, community, and being a good neighbor, which is why I believe it is imperative we kill Santa Claus and free the world from his tyrannical grasp. He has committed the greatest crime any single person can, and that is harming the shareholders. By distributing free presents to kids across the globe,
how dare
he is directly harming the profit margins of humanity's most vulnerable people. Corporations are losing out on money because he is giving away gifts.
Capitalism. Yes, we know capitalism. Doesn't like BlackRock also own a lot of these guys too? Hold on. Who does? Let's see. Which one does BlackRock own?
Sorry, I wasn't
again?
here earlier. I was helping Longfang at Lake Lao Guy.
Oh, you're good, Neon Sheep. Yeah, you know what's even crazy? This flowchart is even like a lot less than, or is like there's actually even less shown here like there's even more like, or the pyramid goes even higher here. It's insane. Hold on. Let me see, because I think, hold on. Who does BlackRock own? Let's see. Oops,
Thought it was a fun bit of satire for our entertainment.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I just actually am kind of curious now.
For free instead of having people buy the gift. The shareholders are suffering. We must aid those in need of help, and in doing so rediscover the true meaning of Christmas. Thus, we must free the world of the scourge. And to do
Yes,
so, we
Christmas
must
and
plan carefully.
capitalism.
As we all know, Santa's powers come from the Christmas
Replying to
spirit
Neon
and
Sheep.
cheer.
Sorry, I wasn't here
Normally,
earlier. I was
would
helping
say
Long
we
Fang at
should
Lake Lao
weaken
Guy.
him
At
by
the reference.
decreasing the world's belief in Christmas and Santa as a whole. But there is a problem. A
at
world
the
without
reference?
Christmas spirit is a world without Christmas in general. If no one is festive or believes in Christmas,
I-
then no one will buy
I did not
gifts
know
on
that,
Christmas.
Neon Sheep. Sorry.
We must eliminate
I didn't get
Santa
that
while
reference.
maintaining the Christmas shopping season. So how do we defeat
Yep.
Santa without weakening him? If we don't lower Christmas spirit, then his power will be nigh unstoppable. The thing is, Santa's power is concentrated in the North Pole. The further he is from it, the weaker he is. There is no way we can take down Santa while he's at the North Pole. We also can't take him down if he knows we're coming. So our best bet is a surprise attack while Santa is in the far south. So we will strike while he is in Antarctica, the furthest he can possibly be from the North Pole. People in Antarctica celebrate Christmas and give gifts, so we know Santa will visit. This is also a great time to mount such an operation. Christmas is in the middle of Antarctica's summer season, meaning it's warmer with much calmer weather. On top of that, Antarctica will be in the middle of a midnight sun, allowing for constant sunlight. If there ever was a time to mount such an operation, it would be now. The milder weather and constant sunlight will make logistics and preparation much easier. The South Pole is more or less inaccessible by plane during the winter, so this will allow us to have air support and the benefit of satellite data. Even so far from the North Pole, Santa will still have a significant amount of his power. So we will need a collection of the world's militaries to have any chance to stop him. It will be a bloody affair. In essence, we are jumping Santa with everything we got. The operation will be handled by the militaries of the global south along with some heavy hitters like China, India, and Australia. We will set up defensive positions in the South Pole in preparation.
Oh, yikes. BlackRock owns Nvidia. That's unfortunate.
When Santa is flying over, we will use ground-to-air missiles to take down his sleigh. Once he is stranded, we begin an
God.
all-out assault.
Sorry, I'm missing part of the strategy of how to take down Santa, and keep capitalism. How dare Santa give gifts to
With
poor
the
people?
combined forces we've assembled, we might just have a shot of taking down Santa. But there is another half of this.
Why am I not
a part
surprised?
We've not talked about yet. Even if we eliminate Santa,
Yeah.
we still have to deal with the
I didn't realize Nvidia is kind of the highest, like, the company that's usually known for making computer parts. I didn't expect that they own 5,300 corporate companies, by the way, apparently. Yeah, so that's fun.
North Pole. If we attack
but,
Santa
yeah.
and leave the North Pole
Oh,
alone,
also
there's a good
Apple.
chance the elves will mount a counterattack
But-
to rescue him. On top of that, if we get Santa,
How dare
but
Santa
don't
not give me
capture
one
the
bite of
North
DDR5?
Pole, the elves might bunker down and prepare for a long-term defensive war, something we cannot allow. Especially if you want this operation to remain secret to the world's population. While the task force in the south is handling Santa, a joint Russo-NATO task force will attack the North Pole. Some of you might be wondering why we're sending all of NATO and Russia to attack the North Pole. That is because we need some serious power to take the North Pole. This attack will be equally as hard as the southern operation, but for different reasons. Instead of fighting one powerful individual, we will be attacking a dug-in enemy in less than ideal conditions. While the South Pole is experiencing
Jesus
summer and
Christ,
constant
how
sun,
does
the North
BlackRock
Pole
have
is stuck
so
in
many
eternal
companies?
darkness. It's winter in the North Pole, so the sun is permanently set. The soldiers in the Northern Task Force will have to experience things such as constant darkness, extreme cold, and inclement weather. Not ideal, especially when you're trying to mount an offensive against a dug-in enemy. This will be like trying to invade Russia in winter, but on steroids. To carry we have to expect the North Pole to be well defended. Santa is a high value. It's free and available
Wait,
for
what
his
the fuck?
comment. You can some of these and sounds
fuck?
thunderoids. To carry we have to expect the North Pole to be well.
Oh my god, he used a sponsor as like to make a joke out of, like, he used a sponsor to make a joke on like how he's going to take down Santa. That is unfortunate because it even skipped the sponsor.
Defended.
That's
Santa is a
funny. He used it
high-value
as a
target year-round,
joke.
so expect the North Pole to be heavily defended. Elves will make up the majority of the North Pole's defenders, and they can wield Christmas magic, meaning that we don't fully know what they are capable of. Magic is already a very hard thing to fight with modern weapons, but on top of that, the elves themselves probably have access to modern weaponry and vehicles. The North Pole is essentially one giant factory designed around magically making toys and other items that people would want for Christmas. meaning that in the event of an invasion, they might be able to quickly switch production to weapons of war. They can create billions of toys in a single year. I have no doubt they'll be able to convert the North Pole to a wartime economy in record time and convert the factories from making toys to weapons of war. If the elves are allowed to switch to full wartime production, the battle for the North will turn from a quick sneak attack to a grinding war of attrition. Combine the elves' magic and general skills in production, they might be able to outpace the world's militaries and quickly make more weapons and vehicles than we can handle, all while getting further time to dig in and create more weapons. Because of all this, it is imperative the attack on
I'm heavily lost by this
the
point,
North
by the
Pole will
way.
also be a sneak attack. It must happen simultaneously to the southern operation, as we can't rule out some form of magic communication between Santa and his elves. Any delay between the two could mean that either side will know something is up and be prepared. We also must do both
This is
attacks
how,
at the
like-
same time, so both sides are tied up and unable to help the other. That way, if one attack fails, the people in the other attack can quickly help reinforce. For example, if we manage to capture the North Pole but fail to kill Santa, our soldiers in the north can quickly dig in and prepare for Santa's return, allowing us a second chance at getting him.
This is how, what do you call it? This is just straight up. I would say this is how the Department of Defense, like, is about, like, anything that threatens capitalism, but is terrible when it comes to actually defending people. But, turns out it's, I don't even think it's competent enough to do that anymore, because it's not the Department of Defense anymore. Ugh. Anyway.
Let's say both
Fair enough.
attacks
I just thought that
succeed.
killing Santa and the
We
elves
now
for the
have
shareholders is
North
funny.
Pole and
Just thought killing Santa and elves for the shareholder is funny. Look, man, it's no joke, man. This guy is clearly threatening capitalism. All right, Santa's clearly a big problem. Coca-Cola clearly endorsed him at first, but this is a massive mistake. We can't. How dare we try? How dare we try to gatekeep? Frickin'. How dare we try to? Harm these poor billion-dollar companies making profit off of people rather than Santa just losing these companies a solid maybe couple of dollars. Gosh, how dare he, man, crazy. Gosh, I think Santa is a crazy communist. My God, can't believe the communist Santa is just giving away toys for free, giving away good things for free. What a freaking communist. Gosh, this communist pig Santa.
Might go get the zappers and kill Santa.
Go get the sappers and kill Santa. Oh man, yeah, I think we need more than that.
also have defeated
My goodness.
Santa. Well, now comes
We
the
need to grab our rocket launchers and take down Santa. Get rid of his little town.
second half of this. First and foremost, we will make use of the North Pole and its magical factories to create toys and other goods at a rate unseen before in human history. Consumerism will be at an all-time high, and we will be able to create just about anything for pennies on the dollar. Using Christmas magic, we should also be able to up production of other factories and turn parts of the North Pole much more habitable. If we can stabilize the northern climate, we will have much more room to build important things, like parking lots and data centers.
Yeah, duh, of course, we
will
need
also
those.
start a worldwide disinformation campaign. Over the course of decades, we will slowly shift global culture away from Santa. People will believe in Christmas and in giving gifts to each other, but we will make them stop believing that someone's going to give free gifts. In fact, we will encourage buying more for people, as spending more money on gifts shows you are a better person. All of these ads, of course, will be AI
Yes, of course,
generated, as we
of
want to
course,
make sure the quality is as high as possible and as few as possible people are paid.
Exactly, capitalism. We just gotta really, really instill capitalism and make sure billion-dollar companies can just starve all the lower class people, but still but keep every little dollar for themselves. This darn Santa sounds like a communist. Gosh, we need to really, really deal with this guy.
No doubt, Christmas spirit will continue to flow into the North Pole and potentially even to Santa's body. You'll make
Well,
use
should
of
have-
this.
Clanker-generated
By
ads are so good and
encasing
yummy.
Santa's body in experimental
Exactly,
materials,
duh.
we should be able to harness the
course.
Christmas spirit flowing into him to create renewable energy. We can use this energy to power the world completely cleanly and with no price overhead. We will of course do this in secret and continue to charge exorbitant prices for electricity, even though we pay no money to generate it.
There we go. Wait. Sorry, hold on. What was
AI
that strategy?
generated, as we want to make sure the quality is as high as possible and as few as possible people are paid. No doubt, Christmas spirit will continue to flow into the North Pole and potentially even to Santa's body. You'll make use of this. By encasing Santa's body in experimental materials, we should be able to harness the Christmas spirit flowing into him to create renewable energy. We can use this energy in Santa's body. You'll make use of this. By encasing
Wait,
possible,
what?
we'll
I'm so
encourage buying
confused.
more
Hold
for
on.
people as spending
What was
more
the
money on
strategy?
gifts
Sorry, I
shows
just
you are
need
a
just
better
really
person.
need to get this
All of
strategy
these ads,
down.
of course, will
You
be
know,
AI
like
generated, as we
obviously,
want
you
to
know,
make sure the
considering we're
quality
gonna
is as
be
high as
sent to the
possible
North
and
Pole
as few as
soon.
possible
You
people
know,
are paid. No doubt, Christmas spirit will continue to flow into the North Pole and potentially even to Santa's body. You'll make use of this. By encasing Santa's body in experimental materials, we should be able to harness the Christmas spirit flowing into him to create renewable energy. We can use this energy to power
Oh,
the
yeah,
world
perfect.
completely cleanly and with no price overhead. We will of course do this in secret and continue to charge exorbitant prices for electricity, even though we pay no money to generate it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, to be fair, but what about the oil shareholders? What about the poor companies that need to you know, put in really like terrible high end factories, you know, to make like I don't know, you know, Christmas spirit energy might not be the direction we're going for. We really need to like up global warming quite a bit, you know. Obviously, you know. We just need to like, you know, up that stuff just like a ton so we can actually you know, make sure that that really freaking sorry. We just need to up that stuff a ton so we can actually how do I say it? Make sure that we're sorry, my brain is like slowing down. Sorry, there's just a lot to this strategy, you know. We just we just need to really like heat up the ice caps, you know. Obviously, I think Christmas spirit energy might be a little too efficient, you know. We need to make sure we charge these people like a bunch of money and then also poison their lungs as well to make sure they also live like half their lifespan.
We can
So.
attribute this new energy source to advances in renewables, allowing us to gain brownie points with the public while having a convenient excuse to shut down now redundant power plants across the globe. With unlimited power and magic factories, we can expand to serve more customers than ever and reach sky-high profits.
I mean, I don't know if that's entirely true, you know. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is the direction that we really should go in, you know. We clearly should be using stuff that is far less you know, manageable so people run out so we can profit off of the top dollar. Duh. You know, Christmas spirit clearly seems a little too efficient, you know. Obviously the rich people rich people like totally definitely us are going to take, you know, shareholders like us should do that, you know. Definitely not definitely not the poor people who would do that.
Using the aforementioned data centers, we can start to run a special AI that's designed specifically to maximize Christmas time profits and create more toys than ever. We will give it a directive to create as many presents as possible and try to drive down the price by any means necessary. Surely this will have no time profits and create more toys than ever. We will give it a directive to create as many presents as possible and try to drive down the price by any means necessary. Surely this will have no downsides. It's a little different from what I normally make, but I thought it would be fun to do something like this and play it completely straight. Thanks for all the support. I can't wait to make more.
I just kind of wish he kind of didn't have that ending. He could have just ended that. I don't know why he needed to have an outro. I'm not trying to be that person. I just kind of, you know, you kind of ruin the joke when you kind of are like, "Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe." No, dude, you're a shit poster. Make a joke. Stop. End it there.
More videos because I have fun doing it and you guys like watching them.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate that you said something, but you know, oh, this guy does do a lot of weird different things. Huh. Wow, this guy actually makes, dare I say, looks like interesting videos without like that aren't super
But yeah,
repetitive.
I thought we could appreciate the jokes.
Oh yeah, the jokes are great, dude. It's really funny. I think it's hilarious. Wow, okay. This guy actually just makes shit like because it's like actually makes fun things. I dare I say it's actually it feels like a variety. It doesn't feel like it's the same thing over and over again, which I can at least appreciate it. Yeah, it seems like he does a variety of things. Well, let's see, gaming. Okay, never mind. It's mostly gaming. He does still goofy shit, but it's mostly gaming. Okay. Never mind. Movie reviews, gaming. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's mostly gaming. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, wow, this guy really actually is doing well by making different types of videos. Crazy. But no, it's the same. Bummer.
So I'll see you around next year.
Game themes. This guy makes stuff every two weeks, which is kind of cool.
Hey there, I'm the Tutorial Bear. Take a moment and hear me out.
What? Wait, why did it... What the fuck? Why did it go off
Most of what he
the...
does is logistics on how to outsmart supernatural stuff.
Why did it go out of the playlist? Hold on, what the fuck? It was on the playlist, and then it decided to just play a random video. The hell? Hold on. Why did it do
also,
that?
is that RT game?
I think so, yeah. I knew that immediately. It wasn't like I knew immediately that that it wasn't the playlist when it like tried to play like a gameplay video. I know who RT Game is. I'm like, I watch him normally, but I'm like, what the hell? I knew people that suggest that. Yes, I really like RT Game though. He's got some fun stuff. This reminds me of Spyro music. Stuart Copeland was... Wait a second. Wait a second. What the fuck? Something in like, in a Spyro, like something was changed. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. What? What? There was an update. There's an update to the Spyro game. Not update, but like the Spyro, like for Spyro 4. Oh my god, what the hell? Wait. Fuck. Sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm just like... Are they bringing Stuart Copeland back for the 4th Spyro game? Dude's like 70 though. Why would he come back? What? Excuse me? Hold on. What? That can't be right. There ain't no way. No, that can't be right. The dude's like really old. There's no way they would bring him back. Hold on. Sorry, now I'm sorry, I really fucking like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, so I'm like, I go crazy when I see that. No fucking way. No way. What the fuck? No way, this dude's like 70. Why would he?
Have you heard of Rocket Science Gallery? They make good videos in my opinion. Gives a good insight to the needs of space stuff.
Rocket Science Gallery? Yeah, we watched it on stream before. There was a few, what do you call her? I'm subscribed to them. I think that's what you're talking. I think I know which one you're talking about. On YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You guys recommend me them sometimes. Sorry, I'm doing like some heavy research now. I should not really be distracted like this, though. No fucking way, dude. Okay. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they're not bringing him back. That would've been fucking crazy, though. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? I was like, okay. No, they didn't. Oh my god, wait a second. What? Wait, no, yeah, they... Okay. Yeah, I guess he's still making music. Oh my god, oh my god, they could be bringing back Stuart Cope, like the original Spyro the Dragon-like composer. That would be fucking insane, dude. I don't know, like, is that a good thing? That probably isn't a good thing, though, right? Is it a good thing? God, dude, that's fucking so crazy. They're gonna be bringing back fucking Stuart Copeland for the musician, for... God damn, for the new Spyro the Dragon game. That's gonna be wild, dude. That's gonna be crazy. Why does it keep fucking going off of the playlist? What the fuck? I mean, this is fine, but like, dude, it keeps going out of the playlist. Stop doing that. Why does it keep fucking doing that? Stop. God damn it, it keeps doing that shit. I'm getting really fucking annoyed. Stop doing that, please. Love of fuck. God damn it, dude. Fucking hell. Okay. If it does this shit again, I'm gonna be pissed. Getting really fucking annoyed.
Hi, John. Bill Nye the Science Guy here. Hi, John. Bill Nye the Science Guy here. I'm going to explain the complicated logic behind carbon pricing. But first,
Also, why did it skip the other video I sent that was a Halo quote that I feel is relevant?
Something costs more. People
Why it
buy
skip
less of
the other video I sent?
Safety glasses
That was
on.
a Halo quote? Did it?
Okay, safety glasses on.
Well, yeah,
When
no,
we
it just
release
keeps going
carbon,
out
say
of the
by
fucking,
burning
like,
coal
out
or
of the
driving an
playlist.
SUV,
It's
all of
really
us pay for
annoying.
that in the form of things like fires, floods, and crop failures. Putting a fee on carbon creates incentives to emit less carbon. And more importantly, it also incentivizes the development of low carbon technology, which is huge because that's vital to reducing emissions globally. And because for some reason, John, you're a 42-year-old man who needs his attention sustained with tricks, here's some fucking Mentos and a bottle of Diet Coke.
The fuck? What did I...
It was right before the one about killing Santa I sent.
Happy now?
Did it?
Here,
Alright,
got an
I don't fucking know,
experiment for
man.
you. Safety glasses.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I don't know why the fuck it's doing this shit, bro. I'm just getting really fucking annoyed because, like, I fucking have... Hold on. Yeah, you're right. It fucking skipped that one. Well, I put it after this one. Hold on. I put it after this one. Let me see. Is it on the playlist? Yeah, I even put it on the playlist. It's there. So why is it skipping it? What? Where is
Classic
it?
color stream technical difficulties.
Dude, it's not my fault. That's the problem, is it's fucking YouTube. Like, it just skips shit. Like, it literally just, like, it plays the video, and then it just randomly goes out of the playlist again. It, like, cuts out of the playlist, and then it, like, it's like, oh, yeah, that watch later playlist that's, like, that, you know, that go, like, that you watch, or, like, the stuff that you put, like, in your list that you want to watch. Yeah, no, here's a random video instead. Like, fucking why?
By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature.
It just put your, it also put your video at the bottom of the list now. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think late Zoomers really give a shit anymore. I think late Zoomers are even worse now because they act just like Boomers when it comes to fucking global... Like, literally anything I explain to Zoomers, dude, they, like, late Zoomers, they are so fucking bad at, like... I'm not saying you guys, but people that are your... Like, people that are, like, you know, your, like, the late end of your generation... Like, they're fucking morons. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people that are near your guys' like age, they're just morons. Like, I straight up like try to like explain things with like normally a lot of times how you convince like an early Zoomer or like an old Zoomer or like a millennial is basically giving them like research papers, right? Basically being like, hey, it's like if a millennial or like an early Zoomer says something like hey, you know, I think that they say, oh well, crackers. Oh, I'm not gonna say that.
I'm actively cleaning up my local area, and I've made a significant difference in my area of operations.
Exactly. Yeah, and I appreciate that, son. Honestly, good for you. Honestly, you're a rare flower compared to the later half, compared to our lesser half, I should say, of our generation. Let me like for example, let's say, I don't know, let's say like spray cheese has plastic in it, right? Like that, and pretty much, and let's say like a millennial or like an early Zoomer is like, hey, you know, I don't think spray cheese has plastic in it. That doesn't really seem like that crazy. Like, do you have evidence for it? Obviously, we're going to be a little passionate about it, and we're going to be like, no, we don't think that that's true, because that just seems really dumb. Why would plastic be in spray cheese?
How are you, Color?
Doing okay. How about you, Super Chefs? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so essentially, let's take that example, right? Like, okay, let's say we, like, are trying to counter that and say, no, it's not, right?
Doing well here, too.
Now, typically... Normally, that person, like, now, you can't necessarily convince us unless you give us proof, right? Now, typically, all you would have to do is basically be like, okay, so here's this scientific research paper, like, by XYZ scientist, like, XYZ scientist or XYZ fucking science company, whatever, fucking science group, some kind of, or like Harvard or whatever the fuck, right? Like this school or this science test basically like shows how much the percentage of plastic compared to cheese there is in like spray cheese, right? And basically millennials and early Zoomers would go like, oh wow.
If I can make the difference I've made on my own, with all my health problems, I think we could have easily solved the problem.
No, like, I can make the difference if I've made on my own with all my health problems. I think we could have easily solved the problem. Solved what problem? Like, you know, you take, like, you know, pretty much you do that thing where, sorry, I'm gonna kind of finish my statement and then I'll move to your guys' thing, I promise. So yeah, basically all you would have to do is slap some evidence in front of millennials and early Zoomers and be like, no, this is just wrong. Here's some evidence. Like, this profession now, like, it would have to be some real person, right? You basically be like, this professional, this scientist, literally did a study on, like, how much plastic is in spray cheese. And basically, like, because it's a person, that it is their job to basically handle, like, to literally scientifically break down, like, things like food, like somebody that even, let's say it's like a food handling specialist, right? Because there's like, let's say FDA, right? Somebody of the FDA that got that job, they clearly had to be qualified to get that job. So if somebody of the FDA is like, hey, there's plastic in spray cheese, right? Then all of a sudden, like millennials and early Zoomers would be like, oh wow, okay, I guess there's plastic in spray cheese. Maybe maybe that's just a bad idea, right? Maybe it's a bad idea to eat it, right? But here's the fucking problem. Compared to, like, so now basically the fact that we also, like, because of the, like, now we know that that is true because a professional, like, actually said it, right? But here's what a fucking Zoomer, like, here's what late Zoomers do. Late Zoomers, for some fucking reason, like, also, like, for some odd reason, late Zoomers just go, nuh-uh, this YouTuber said it. Oh no, this politician said, oh, that's propaganda, that's lies. And I'm like, okay, do you have proof? No, well, did you see this, the media, the social, the media's, the mainstream media is, like, crazy, this is woke garbage. I'm like, okay, but what's your proof? And then, like, and then if they do have proof, they'll pull, like, some, like, person that's in philosophy or some person that's done, like, literature, right? Like, and then all of a sudden they'll slap some quote unquote evidence in front of us, and they'll be like, well, see, this person says that plastic doesn't exist. And then when we do research into that person, we're like, okay, this person is not a professional, and, like, this dude's not a professional in science. This dude is like written books and a failed writer and a failed, like, and clearly he's not very good at philosophy, even if he was in philosophy, and it's like some fucking white supremacist. Like, the fucking irony is late Zoomers act just like fucking boomers. It's the nuh-uh method, and it's so stupid. Like, at the very least, I get the fucking idea that, like, sometimes, you know, social media, like, I get the idea that social media lies and mainstream media can lie, but when you have a fucking professional that their fucking job is to literally be like, hey, like, this is a problem, and they're going against the fact that, like, because corporations don't want you to know that plastic is in, like, spray cheese, right? They don't want you to know that shit. So how the fuck, like, it's crazy because Zoomers are so, like, all Zoomers are anti-corporation, but late Zoomers are anti-corporation, but they do the shit that the corporations want them to do. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like, I get the idea of, like, okay, you know, there's convenience, but, like, how the fuck are you anti-corpo, but then you also sound like a boomer? Like, you can't be both, right? You can't be, like, pro-capitalism and then also be anti-corporation, like anti-large corpo, right? Like, you can't be anti-billionaire and then also be like pro-capitalism. That just, I mean, I guess you can, but, like, what the fuck? Like, how do you think, like, and the craziest thing is they get so close every time as well. They get so close where they're like, okay, like, they get so close every time where it's like, man, these billionaires suck. But the reason why is because of trans people. I'm like, 0.001% of the population that is the general basis of just the trans, somebody that changes their gender. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see that person having billions of dollars. Like, it's like late Zoomers are fucking morons. Like, Gen X, at least I can, like, Gen X is a little crazy and they're a little stuck in their ways. And, like, boomers are fucking beyond, like, they start this shit, but then they want to blame everybody else anyway. And it's like, but at least with Gen X, I can understand some of their perspectives because they're also the generation that is just like, that from at least
I would
most
disagree.
of them.
I can imagine someone being pro-capitalist and anti-corporatists. They'll argue for small artists do what they want, but stricter restrictions on corporations.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I can understand pro-capitalism. I'm just saying specifically corporate garbage, right? I'm sorry. I went a little crazy. That's why I backed up a bit. Yeah, I can see someone being pro-capitalist. I'm just saying this type of late stage capitalism is just kind of a problem right now. But anyway, like the whole fucking point is that late Zoomers, for some odd fucking reason...
I'd like to say, I change my opinions based on the facts, rather than the facts based on my opinions, and most people nowadays don't seem to for some reason.
Yeah. Well, here's the fucking problem. It's not the fact that people don't listen to facts. It's the fact that people don't listen to professionals. Like, that's the problem. And I get the idea. Everybody's like, during COVID, obviously there was a shitload of like, people are like, oh, well, I feel betrayed. But here's the problem. I get that scientists were telling you things that that were like, oh, hey, you know, stay inside, wear masks, like obviously
Like a type of
6 feet.
anarcho-capitalist, we do what we want to corporations and develop on our own, only
Yeah.
helping each other if we want. If we need to, common sense will make us do so.
Yeah, like like the whole 6 feet thing, right? I get the idea that like that scientists were like, you know, were telling us things that were wrong. But here's the fucking problem. COVID was new. Not to mention the fact that just because it was new, they also were just trying to make theories to make people not freak the fuck out. The problem is they had like a million people like saying questions about them and try to like hit them with question after question of being like, guys, what do we do? What is the problem? Oh my God, COVID, like this thing is like a brand new disease, and they wanted like instant fucking answers when science is slow. Like, when you find out science, it's gonna be a slow thing. Like, things like that take a while. If it is a brand new disease, we have no idea how long it could take these guys to figure it out, right? Like, we were very lucky it only
I'm a
took a
skeptic
few
too,
years.
but it's just stupid to not trust science since it's the best system. We have to figure out how the world works and
Yeah.
keep people healthy.
There are mad scientists, but the fucking problem is people think that like 90% of scientists are mad scientists when in fucking reality, they're just people that are like trying to help. Like, they're smart people that got hired to help humanity. Like, that is the point, because we're all fucking morons. So the whole point is to have these smart people help us out. So why in the flying fuck are people like, why are, like, it's just so annoying that, like, people can't just understand the fact that scientists can just make mistakes sometimes, you know? Like, I get the idea, man, but it's like, at the same time, it's like they can't get instant fucking answers. Like, that's the fucking problem. And then it's like, and because of that, now we have late Zoomers that are like so easily fucking like, they're so easily like fucking manipulated and so easily like can just be suckers to like things like politicians. Like, they are such suckers to grifters. It is insane to me how big of suckers they are to these guys, right? And maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe I just actually got the chance of like being suckers to, like, maybe I was a sucker too, but I was at least a sucker to people that like actually cared about humanity. I was a sucker to empathy. I was a sucker to like cartoons because it was entertainment and it actually taught me good lessons. Like, maybe that's just it. Maybe I was suckered into being a good person. Like, maybe that's just it, you know? Maybe I was suckered into actually having empathy and like actually help, like thinking people deserve like some kind of help, right? Like, and maybe I was suckered into hating Nazis. Like, but the craziest thing is I don't see that as a bad thing. The difference is being anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-minority, anti-science, like, being, like, fucking, being, like, an evangelical, like, doing things like that is harmful
My
to
ideal form of government
humanity.
is something that is based on science and everyone doing what I do. Help others whenever they can. Because if everyone helps everyone, I think that the world would be a better place.
Ideal form of government is something based on science and everyone doing what I do. Help others whenever they can, because if everyone helps everyone, I think that the world will be a better place, and that's just factual. That's just factual. Seriously, if we had people that just actually gave a shit, it would be so much easier, but that's the fucking problem. It's just like, people are so fucking like honed on the fact that like, you know, a bunch of useless, like, just because someone has a bunch of useless pieces of paper, they just have power, when in reality that's just not fucking true. Like, it's a bunch of IOUs, but that doesn't mean that we have to, like, that doesn't mean we have to actually take that shit. It's like we could literally change it anytime, but it's like the problem is you have to convince a lot of people to do that. Is it gonna be easy? No. But like, you gotta start somewhere, right? And maybe I'm a little crazy thinking that, but I'm like, bro, like, all you have to do is convince the blue-collar workers. You don't have to convince you don't have to convince CEOs. You don't have to convince politicians. You don't have to convince the government. You don't have to convince anybody. Like, the only people you have to convince are the trade jobs. The people that have, like, plumbing, and people that do things like plumbing, like HVAC, like, what do you call it? Like, construction. Like farmers, obviously, and then, you know, like, and obviously scientists, and like, I mean, just, you gotta convince basically blue-collar workers, period. If you convince those guys, then, like, society will change. Like, that's the irony. Like, the reason why things just can't change is because of the simple fact that white-collar workers are just convincing other white-collar workers to do shit, when in reality, we need a bunch of blue-collar workers to actually follow behind people. And currently, at the moment, a bunch of blue-collar workers are just really pissed that the fucking economy sucks ass. When, like,
Didn't
when
listen
they
to the
don't
workers'
know
song,
there's another
because I think
way.
it says a lot about how things have worked so far.
Yes, I know. We did. We listened to it on stream. And I completely, you know, I've said this many times, and I've shown that, and what do you call it? I said this while the video was playing. Or not while the video was playing, I, like, paused it, and I showed, like, all the fucking people that are, like, what do you call it, on that video. And it was like it was just like a shitload of blue-collar workers, and I was like, yeah, look at that. Look at all those people, man. They are exactly, like, that is who is keeping you, like, alive in our day-to-day lives. They are literally the reason why we are alive. And I'm like, they are the power. The problem is you have to convince these guys to also, like, change certain things, right? Like,
Oh, I remember now.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the problem, man. I've said this many times. It's like, the people we have to convince as blue-collar workers, and it's really hard to convince these guys right now, you know? Because unfortunately, like, I don't know. Maybe we can.
I made a comment about that they keep the world running.
Oh yeah, no, dude, straight up. Yeah, they do. That is just truthful. Like, they just keep everything going. Like, they're the reason why people are, like, alive. So I'm like, and I think that it's so important that we keep that, like, you know, we focus on that. Personally, by this point, I've been thinking about running for, like, a political position because, like, and my campaign would focus on blue-collar work, but the problem is doing that kind of thing would be kind of difficult. And obviously, I would probably get shot, so... But I've been personally thinking about doing that shit, running for like a smaller, like a lower position, but I'm not too sure exactly, like, as like a, not a representative, but like, hold on, 1 sec.
Hang on, my cat is yelling at me for something. BRB.
Okay.
F it, I'd say go on ahead and run for the position. Don't even gotta spend on marketing, your ideas are cool enough to sell themselves.
Yeah, well, my main thing would be focusing on art and blue-collar work. Simple as that. Like, that would just be what I would mainly focus on, is being a person that would just, like, I would just mainly be the guy in the background, though, because I just don't know exactly, let's see. Oops, this is actual stats. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just not sure what the lowest position is, though. Precinct committee chair. Town council, maybe. Town council members. Oh, it'd have to be a House of Representative. So it'd have to be a representative or a congressperson. Oh god, that seems like a really high position. I guess I mean, you know, I would just run for representative then, like a House of Representative. For maybe my very city. Something small, like I said, it won't be anything crazy. I think a representative is still too high. It's like the lowest level. So, like, a representative just seems it still seems kind of high. Like a mayor? No. God damn it, I don't even know the political positions. Political positions. List. Let's see here.
I'm back. The creature wanted on my lap.
I gotcha. That's fair enough. Now you got a kitty. Now you're really ready for you become RLSH to RLSV. No, with the evil cat. No, highest to lowest. Yeah, my whole thing would be like trying to help people. I would also have to figure out which one I would have to do though. Let's see here. Agriculture Commissioner? I did not realize that was the lowest thing. That is a bummer. So let's see. Insurance Commissioner, definitely don't have the thing for that. Superintendent of Schools. I mean, I guess, but I don't know if I would be a person that would want to do education stuff. I don't know if I would be the best for education.
Did you get the updates on my health recently? If not, I can recap them real quick.
No, I did. I saw it. I'm like, and yeah, that's why I was asking if you're like how you were feeling, if you were feeling any better. State auditor, probably not. State controller, state accounting. Nope, no, I would destroy that. Secretary of State, elections
feeling better
and state
recently.
records, Attorney General. God damn. Positions are way too fucking... Okay, see, I don't want to be like the governor or anything. That's too high. Like, what is exactly like a lower position that I could have? I guess that's just the highest. That's like the... Like, you just have to like... running for governor would be insane, though. Yeah, the lowest position is Agriculture Commissioner. Which I just don't know if that would really be something I would be the best at. Hold on. I'm trying to like do state-wise, not like fucking
But I haven't gotten my ADHD meds yet, but my pancreas is doing better.
glad to hear it, Zen. Glad to hear your pancreas is doing better. Let's try city. Let's see. Let's try city instead. Okay, here we go. Mayor, city manager. Okay, so highest to lowest. So let's see. Precinct district level official. That's the lowest I can do, which is let's see. Constable, justice of peace, neighborhood council members. Okay. That's the lowest position I could go for. School board member. Makes sense. Sheriff or police chief? That's crazy. I didn't even realize that's a part of it. City attorney? Nope, I would be really bad at that. Let's see.
They want to set me up for a surgery to hopefully reduce the frequency of my attacks, and I'm willing to try pretty much anything at this point.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad to hear it. I hope it goes well, Zen, honestly. Sorry that you have to deal with all those health problems. City Attorney and Chief Legal Officer provides legal counsel to city agencies and represents the city in court. Okay. That would probably be what I would go for then, is City Attorney. Most likely. Yeah, because I don't want to be a borough.
Maybe you could do some good as a mayor.
Yeah, well, a mayor is the highest city position that I could do, and I don't know if I would be qualified for that. A mayor would be really fucking high. Because that's like the entire fucking city. Let's see, yeah, responsible for enforcing laws, managing budgets, and overseeing city departments and mayor council systems. The mayor holds strong executive authority. So essentially, but there is a person that actually is the treasurer, so I would ask the treasurer on that shit. So I could ask them about budgets. Enforcing laws, that would be fine, but like I said, there's like it's an umbrella of things. And I'd have to be a little bit more careful because it's like a little bit more complicated.
Look, a town had a dog as its mayor. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's Alaska. That's the joke. I think it was Alaska. It was a really small city, so it didn't really matter because everybody knew each other. The problem is, if I'm the mayor, like, it would be, like, the budget thing would kind of be something I would have a little bit of trouble with. The main thing I'm like, my campaign would be focusing on is, again, like, is art and like blue collar and like trying to make sure blue collar economical issue, like make sure blue collar workers are being treated well, like, or trying to get them to at least like do things that would like give them more power, because that's the point, is you're supposed to give those guys the actual power. But I'm like trying to think exactly how I could do that. Then again, I could do something that could fuck it up too, because if only blue collar workers have the power, then we could be fucked in many other ways. So
maybe you could be a union representative.
that would, yeah, I guess that could work. That might work. I don't know if, well, union representative is not like an official position though, for city stuff. I don't know. My whole thing is doing small things. That's the problem. I don't want to do anything massive, because like doing things massive would be a problem. I'm like trying to be a guy that's not going to be like so much in the way, but enough to where I can help my local community. I guess mayor, yeah. Mayor would literally be my whole fucking city though. City manager is below that, I guess. Manager reports to city council, has no policy making role, but holds significant administrative power. Well, that sucks. City council member. I'm already a city council member. Oh, not like an official one though. Grouping budgets and setting. Okay, this might be more what I'm looking for. A city council member, which is I guess the third highest, which still would be scary, but let's see. Legislative body responsible for passing ordinances, approving budgets, and setting policy. The council president or chair typically holds the highest ranking council position. Okay, so it's specifically for city, like district wise. This is like a district person. That's more what I'm looking for, specifically my own district. Or is like trying to pay attention to my own district. Then there's public advocate, investigates citizens' complaints, oversees city agencies, and acts as a watchdog. May succeed the mayor if the office becomes vacant. Oh god.
In my opinion, with the way my health is in general, bad but with times of relative calm, I think that anything long-term wouldn't be the best choice for me.
No, probably not. But, I mean, you know. I get what you mean, man. Public advocate might be what I'm looking for. Because it's essentially somebody that, like, that's on a low enough level where they can't just like fuck up a million things, and they look at like things that are really, really small.
Twitch ad.
Oh.
Ad. I hate advertisements. Ad over.
This might be what I'm more looking for is a public advocate, but because
over.
basically what I would be doing is I would be like kind of like a watchdog of like all the crazy shit going on, and then I would just like I would give the city council members like the what's the like gist of what's going on. That would probably be more my style. It's probably if I would just like you know, what do I call it? I would run for public advocate because it's a mid position. It's still very high end, but it's enough to say the least. So I don't think I'm qualified enough to be a police chief. So
I genuinely would consider myself a good leader. I'm comfortable with chaos and generally enjoy managing and keeping order.
yeah, because there's also there's city attorney. So let's see. Everything below me would be let's see, city auditor, and then city attorney, sheriff, or police chief, school board members. Board members are number 9. That's like
I wouldn't mind taking a political job like
second
these.
lowest. Yeah, school
Fun fact,
board
I've spun yarn from
members
cat hair before. Not enough to make anything, but a good proof of concept.
or precinct of district level officials. You know, a precinct, which is somebody that just basically keeps like the peace. God damn, you could really build yourself up quite fast. I just kind of recognize because I'm like, precinct, like if you're doing something where you're just like attending council meetings all the time, you could literally become a precinct. I did not know that. And then you could just keep going up and up and up and up, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, it makes sense. You just start as something really...
Anyway, I'm getting pretty tired. I'm going to try to sleep.
Alright, you have a good night, son. It's kind of crazy because you could literally become like... Yeah, because look at... Here's the positions that, like, that it has right here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's just kind of crazy because I'm like, here's the list, right? The precinct is the lowest, right? And then, like, school board members are above that, right? But then, like, I wonder if you could just skip being, like, a police chief and, like, and a city attorney. And a borough president is only in, like, places like New York City, so it's, like, very condensed, like, urban areas. And then a city auditor probably is something that's a little bit more difficult, but, you know. But then, like, you know, public advocate. Like I said, you'd be under the city council members and the city manager and the mayor, right? But, like, this is something I would probably be better at because my whole thing is trying to change certain things. Well, actually, maybe I would just be, let's see. Because there's also auditor. I could also technically be an auditor, but I don't want to manage the city finances. That's the problem, because that's way too much. Like, that's a really scary position to have. Like, that's a really fucking scary position to have, you know? I'd rather just deal with the fucking, like, with, like, AI data centers, specifically. You know? Yeah, a precinct is, like, something that you could technically do. Because, I mean, you just keep the peace, pretty much. Like, this is just something where you kind of pop into, like, council meetings often and be like, okay, like, what's going on, you know? What's going on in my city, and, like, everybody can update me on the shit that's going on. And, like, I can give it to, depending on... Because, I mean, all these guys, like, I would say that probably like these guys right here are like all separate branches. So it's like all I would be doing is just giving like information to either school board members, police chiefs, city attorneys, or borough presidents don't exist here, but and then city auditors, right? I'll give it to like these 4 people, and then like or maybe even a public advocate at one point. The public advocate seems like somebody that I also give it to. So it's like essentially my job would just be to give it to these guys as well. So, you know, just like keep people updated. Cause mayor is rough. Mayor's a rough one. Don't get me wrong. A mayor has the auditor and the who else? Who else was the one that handled financial issues? This is the one that handled financial stuff. Not the attorney. I guess maybe the borough president, but depends. I guess it would be the auditor, essentially. Like, pretty much... Yeah, because if I'm the mayor, I guess I would have like somebody else that helps me with like the finance stuff. Like it's like, hey, this budget seems crazy here, and here, and it's like, can we might need to like at least even that shit out, right? You know. It would be difficult, but I mean, I guess
I'm an
it
accounting
would
student,
work.
so an auditor job for me would be no sweat.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I would just need a good auditor. I just need like somebody to. I just need to like have people vote for a good city auditor, you know. Like even like a city attorney. It's crazy that city attorney is like kind of below mayor. Oh, actually, that makes sense with a mayor. Yeah, like provides legal counsel to agencies and represents the city in court. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's crazy. So essentially, yeah, like a mayor would probably be God, that would be really fucking hard, but I'm like I mean, like it would be something, you know. Like it would be something and it wouldn't be high enough to the level where it would be like would be just too much, right? Because like a representative's just it's a fucking lot, dude. Like being like a congressman and shit, that would be that would be crazy. Like obviously I would have to still deal with the congressman, but like being a mayor would really help me out a little bit, would help out a little bit, right? That's kind of the problem is like like the mayor here is fine, I guess. Like that's kind of the problem because I'm like, hold on. Mayor. Sorry, let me see who's the mayor. Oh. Actually, maybe not. Hold on. Oh. Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. No, he's not. Oh, fuck no. Fuck this guy. Oh god, maybe I do have a chance. Oh, this guy sucks ass. Yeah, hold on, wait a second. Hold on. I think I know exactly who this guy is. Wait. Hold on, is this the guy that fucking, like... Yeah. This is the fucker that, like, trying to get ice out there. Oh, yeah, fuck this guy. Cold cubes, I need to call him cold cubes, sorry. Yeah, no, fuck this guy. Hell no. Hell no, fuck this guy, dude. Oh my god, I actually have a chance. That's really bad. I actually have a chance against this guy if I actually were to run for mayor. That's insane. Cause I'm just a normal dude. I would like destroy this dude. I'm just a regular guy. I fucking beat this guy out like tenfold. That's crazy. Oh, brother. Dude, this is... Oh, fuck me. I actually have a chance if I actually try to, like, run for mayor. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, because this dude sucks ass. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm, like, looking at this correctly. I really am kind of scary. I'm probably gonna get in huge trouble if I keep saying this, but what the hell? Hold on. Let's see. Suit was claimed, term, hold on. Term was illegal, yep, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Let's see. Several predecessors were ineligible to serve because the city charter requires a 2-year waiting period before between serving on the city council and running for mayor. Oh, so you have to run for city council first. So this guy didn't run for city council. Yeah, this guy is supposed to be a city council member first, and he wasn't a city council member. Holy shit. Holy shit. Dude, like, this guy, okay, so this guy blatantly, like, this dude blatantly, like, went past, like, the requirements of being a city council member before he became a mayor. So, like, literally, like, I would just have a chance. Because, like, I've involved myself in city council meetings often. I just didn't fucking recognize that, like, that this dude actually doesn't, like, care about his local community. This dude is so disconnected from, like, from everything. I have a chance against this guy. That's the craziest thing is I engage with my community more than this guy does. That's crazy to think about. Like that's just insane to think about, dude. Like I actually have more of a chance like against this guy. Like if I run against this guy, I could probably just win. Because this dude this dude just straight up has caused like a bunch of problems. That's amazing to think about, dude. That's amazing to think about. Like, let's see. Hold on. Brother. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. So. Yeah. Interesting. Like, I mean, I probably would have to be a city council member for 2 years, but then after doing that for a couple of years, I could literally just become the mayor. That's insane to think about. Like, I cannot fucking believe that, like, I can't believe this dude just, like, illegitimately just, like, fucking, like, try to run for mayor and, like, probably rig the election. That's crazy! That's crazy to think about. Like, I just straight up could win against this guy. Like, that, I didn't even think, like, I'm not, like, you know, again, maybe my thoughts are actually, valid. Wow. That's insane. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but it's like, bro, I don't know if
what are you waiting for?
I don't know, honestly. Now I don't know. Well, I'd have to run for city council for 2 years, though. Like, I have to do that for at least a 2-year position. God damn, okay. Maybe I actually will do something then. I don't know. Dude, my campaign would be really hard to do, though. Like I said, I just don't have the budget for a campaign, but fuck, man. If my competition is that guy, then...
F it, go become city council member right now.
Yeah, literally. Like, I didn't know, like, I literally could run for a city council member and then maybe get a chance to try to run for mayor in the future. That's insane to think about. I just can't believe that. I can't believe, like, if he actually, like, I could just run against this guy and, like, be like, hey, well, I was a council member for 2 years. This guy wasn't. You know, it's like, I'm just a regular worker. Like, I'm just like a basic, like, you know, like I was a basic customer service worker. So I'm like, and I'm an artist. Does that count? Like, I legitimately could win against this dude. It sounds crazy, but because I'm an average guy, like, I'm just a basic, like, I'm a low income person too. So it's like, I'm somebody that has a lower income, like, I'm a low income, what do you call it? I'm in the lower class, I'm an artist, and I've worked in customer service positions when this guy is like just been handed a bunch of shit. And on top of it, I would be a city council member for 2 years to at least like before like so I would actually go through like the actual legitimate process. That's wow. That's crazy. I knew that politicians were very like unprofessional and like were clearly like very like I knew they were bad at their job. I knew that they were clearly unqualified, but good God. Like the fact that the mayor is unqualified to be the mayor is insane. That's crazy to me. The fact that literally anybody can probably go and go run against this dude and win. Like, all I have to do, and that's the thing, is I'm a Republican, so I could steamroll this dude. I could steamroll this guy so easily. I'd probably have to run as a Democrat, though. I don't know. Who knows? I'll probably have to run as, a Democrat or something, just so I can at least get certain votes in, because it seems I mean, currently at the moment, Democrats are, might be in the better position. I would also have to figure out the party I would run for, too. Who knows? Because you have to, kind of figure out what party would work as well. I also could run as an independent, too. I mean, people tend to not run as independents, but, I mean, I'd run as an independent party as well. And be, one of the few, independent mayors. We had a guy that was an independent, or that had an independent party, so people would probably vote for me if I was an independent, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I would, I don't know, maybe I would actually, I can't fucking believe that. I can't believe I actually, I know this sounds crazy because I was, looking it up, I'm like, well, guys, see, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be that much of a competition, it's very clearly that I'm gonna look, way worse than my competition, but, if my competition, didn't even get there, in a legit way, then, what's the harm in me doing it? You know, I mean, let me, let's see. Hold on. So, I mean, it would be in my local area. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, so it's just the Chandler area. I need to stop saying my city, but wow. Yeah, wow, I just fucking wow. Just wow, dude. What a sucker, dude. Yeah, I could just fucking wow. I just I really didn't think I was gonna be able to beat out my competition, but nope. Fucking no wonder people are kind of voting for just different people. I find that crazy. I just can't believe the mayor is I can't believe they made the mayor I can't believe the mayor is just won by he won, it seems like he won by default, probably. God damn, I can't believe that. I can't believe the mayor is I can't believe I have a chance against the mayor. I can't believe that. I can't believe just an average dude like me has a chance against this guy. I don't know, man. That's crazy. And that's the difference too, because this dude's he's not yeah. The simple fact that I'm also anti-AI and and I don't really, like I said, I just think that, I think that considering this dude's anti-LGBTQ and shit, I'm bro, I could just win against this dude, no problem. This guy is heavy anti-LGBTQ, and I'm brother, you gotta, I'm you really, you're just gonna hand me the win. I'm gonna get minority groups so heavily. And we live in a heavily minority area, so I'm like, I can get pretty much most of the minorities on my side. Maybe that's why I would have to run for a Democrat, though. Then again, I don't know. Maybe I could run as a Republican, like, get the minorities group, like, you know, get their votes, at least at the start, and maybe, like I said, and then blue-collar workers, because he doesn't seem like his campaign is, like, anything that involves, like, blue-collar workers. Hold on. Let's see. Like, does he actually give a shit about, like, economical issues and stuff? Let's see. Oh yeah, there are people even talking about him on here, too. Da-da-da. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. It doesn't really give any emphasis on our blue-collar workers, which is a bad idea. Jesus Christ, man, I would steamroll this dude. This is crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me look at other city council members, because I'm like, there ain't no fucking way that, like, someone else is not going to, like, there ain't no way, like, there ain't no way someone else isn't gonna steamroll this guy then in the future. This guy has to be steamrolled. Like, someone has to steamroll this dude. There's no way this guy was able to be, like, freaking mayor for this long. Without, like, okay, let's see. This guy has a Spanish name, which is really funny. I'm not going to lie, dude. These council members. This person focuses on university, mental health, previous nurse practitioner. That's good. What about the vice mayor? Let's see. Okay, he's a realtor, so not the best. So this guy was a... Okay, this guy's more of a realtor. God, dude. Yeah, let's see. So we have a nurse practitioner was one of them, of one of the council members, and then who's this other guy? This guy's a veteran. The other council member is a veteran. This guy's new. We have another veteran. And this person has, like, an actual family and has worked in a customer service job and was a what do you call it, and also worked as a freaking automotive, like, engineer. So they've worked in automotive as well. Dang, dude. Dude, these guys are way more qualified than the mayor. Than the mayor or the vice mayor. Why didn't we vote for these dudes? Oh, it's probably because they didn't run for mayor. Oh, okay, and then even one of the guys that stepped down as vice mayor. Why? Oh, because this guy used to work for Honeywell, that's why. Okay. Okay, and this guy's worked with military weapons. Okay, he's a dude that is very heavy in military stuff. Okay, got it. That explains why he stepped down. And then this is a former resident, or this is a resident that's lived here their whole life as well. Workings under small government from the inside and out. Okay, so this person It's worked in what?
Stupid dog.
Oh, and this person is a, oh yeah, hi, it's Itzy. How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Sorry, I'm looking at our my city council members right now. Yeah, and then this person worked as a movie maker. Like, this person was involved in movie production. All right. So we have a filmmaker. We have a guy that makes fucking weapons. We have a an automotive student, or not student, but an automotive, like, a person that worked in automotive, which is fine. It's a person that knows how to fix cars, an army veteran, and then a nurse practitioner. Yeah, somebody that's in a medical field. Compared to the vice president or vice mayor, that is a realtor, and the fucking mayor, which is a dude that has like jack shit, like has done diddly squat. Oh, this guy's a chemist. Okay, well, maybe not. I don't know. This guy's a biochemist. Okay, well, maybe that's how he got there. The dude is very, like, has some crazy beliefs, though. Okay, well, shit. Maybe that's why he's a chemist. I mean, he's clearly still somebody that's worked in, like, science. I guess he's he's been in science before. Or he's worked with science stuff before. Okay, I guess that's what made him get that position. Because I was like, why am I, like, outperform? Like, why am I even outperforming this guy? It's because he's a chemist, that's why. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, he once was a pastor, though. Ha. Fucking Jack. Good fucking jerk. Anyway. Let's see. What is Trinity Christian Fellowship? Let's find out. Is it culty? It's probably a culty church. Let's find out. Is it a mega church? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. What is this guy? Sorry, I can't show you guys, like, a lot of stuff because, like, this will, like, dox me, but... Hold on, sorry. I keep, like, going off on ADHD moments, but... Ooh, this is really close. It's a small church. Why is it gated? What the fuck? Why is there fences? The hell is that? What? There's like fences and shit. Hold on. Where the hell is this? Why is it like fenced off and shit? Wait, where's the church? Huh? Okay, well, it's one-story houses, so it's definitely not in a rich area, thank fucking lord. Doesn't look like it, at least. It's still suburbs, but it's not like it's not like massive houses or anything. Doesn't look like hell. Church ain't massive either. Okay, well, shit. I do not know then. Interesting. Okay. I don't know. This guy lives, or like, has once lived in like he clearly is like in a community of people that are like much less fortunate. Yeah, he attends an area that like, he goes to an area that is not like super rich areas. Okay, well, I can probably see why this guy is around often. Okay, well, maybe this guy will be a lot harder then, because this guy seems to actually, like, be around his local community quite often. There's, like, this church over here that he goes to. And he was a pastor there for years. So... Maybe not. Maybe he actually might actually have the vote of certain people. Bummer. Bummer, dude. Really hoping he was in an area that was like that was gonna be a little bit more like Richie Rich Town, so I could kind of roast this dude. But he kind of hangs around areas that are actually pretty low income. So bummer. Yeah, hey, I've been around this area before. Yeah, he hangs around lower income areas, so I don't know if I would be able to beat out this guy. Bummer. All the controversies really just made me go like, man, this guy fucking sucks. But I was like, I guess technically, like, other than the fucking, I guess he would probably, I mean, he obviously still fucking, like, skimped out on certain problems, though. But he clearly has, like, tried to convince, like, the local community that he's valid in being mayor, so when I would be more hanging around like art communities. Oh, there's bigger houses over here. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I would have to like kind of also have competition of like trying to hang around these lower income areas as well. Problem is, I would have to this is kind of the thing too. This dude is a part of a church, right? So very clearly a lot of people that are a part of his church are voting for him. So I would have to get like I would have to like kind of counter it by going to like the art like going to like a theater thing. Try to get like people in like cuz there's like an art center nearby where I'm at. I would have to get people there to vote for me instead of like trying to go with like I mean I would still probably go to churches and shit to try to get people to vote for me, but I'm more or less try to get like I would have the minority group for sure, but again, he's in a lower income area, so maybe he's convinced minorities too. Because there's a lot of minorities that live here, so I was like, maybe, perhaps. It's hard to, you know. That's the difference.
My college has its own performing arts center. Maybe I should look into the events that happen there.
Yeah, the difference is compared to that guy though, I would actually be able to definitely get the vote of the lower income people for sure. Like anybody that has a lower income, I probably would be able to get their votes more. Like maybe not like the white guys, but for sure other minority groups. Yeah. It's just the problem is that okay, first off though, like this guy volunteers for the Cancer Society too, or for American Cancer Society, which isn't really the best one, but fuck. Oh yeah, and then Chamber of Commerce. What else is this guy? This guy volunteers for certain things. Oh fuck. God damn it. He was a previous board member of the Valley Metro Light Rail. I might want to do that. I might want to try to become like a board member of like public transit stuff. Like board member of Valley Metro, which is like our public transit thing. I should become a board member for that. That would actually make more sense. Though my shit would get disapproved by this guy, but that would make more sense. Because the light rail thing is kind of a problem. Why not be a board member? Hold on. Can I be a board member for something? Hold on. I could probably do that. That would be an interesting position. Because the main thing I really care about that much is I really care about public transit. So I mean, fucking that wouldn't be too bad. Let's see, who's the current board member? Da, da, da. Oh shit. Okay, a treasurer, a vice chairman, and a chairman. So I have to be a vice chairman to be able to be that. God damn, there's so many positions. I have to be a vice chairman to be able to choose what to do with that. The treasurer would be nice. Like, yeah, and then, see, that's also the thing, too, is like I said, I would need a treasurer to help me with finance stuff, just so we don't fuck things up. Or just so I don't fuck things up too much. Because that's who I would be referring to mostly, is like looking at the treasurer and be like, okay, what's the budget for this? What's the budget for that? Like, what exactly can we do for this or that or this or that or this, you know? Like, I would be mainly putting it mostly in the treasurer's hands just because the dude actually handles, like, finances. And they're, like, most treasurers are, like, accountants and shit. So it's like, I would literally just be, like, focusing, I would just be giving the accountant as much as possible. Not as much as possible, but I would be, like, I'll be giving him, like, a lot of, like, I would allow him to actually do certain things. Because usually the treasurer handles, like, finances of certain things, right? Like, they handle all the finances and, like, the reason why certain things are the way they are. So it's like, I would basically be handling, I would be, like, talking to that
Well,
guy.
you can HMU for the treasurer position, lol.
HMU for the treasurer position? Yeah, no, but the treasurer would be a bad idea because I'm not an accountant. So that would be a bad idea because I would want, like, an accountant as like the treasurer.
You're talking to an accountant, you know.
Oh, yeah. That is true. Yeah, for the count. Yeah, well, you don't live in my city, though. If you lived in my city, I would be like, yeah, let's do it. You run for treasurer, I'll run for vice chairman. I'll run for vice chairman of Valley Metro. Like, straight up. Like, people probably wouldn't mind that, you know. People wouldn't mind that. Like, you know, a guy that actually, like, because my whole thing, because what I would want to do with what I want to do with, like, the light rail is put it, like, you know, above, like, not just above ground, but I would put, like, way, like, I would have it, like, above, like, traffic, so it wouldn't ever have to, like, hit the lights or anything, like, worry about the lights or anything like that. That would be my thing, is to, like, make it, like, above the lights, like, the stoplights and shit, and it could just go, you know? It just go, you know? Therefore, never have to worry about, like, what do you call it? We would never have to worry about, how you say it, having to worry about, like, running into traffic and shit. Because, like, the light rail, honestly, we have a light rail, and I'm like, I would want to, like, also expand it down to, like, Chandler and Gilbert and shit. Like, I would want to expand that shit so far. Probably not Gilbert, because Gilbert is a Richie Rich area, so they probably don't need it, but Chandler would. Chandler, and, like, maybe I would, like, extend it down to, like, Glendale. I would try to, like, get it down, like, as, like, to every place as, like, as much as possible so everyone could just ride the light rail. Try to make everybody a little bit more dependent on public transportation so people don't have to worry about, like, you know, driving cars everywhere. Like, that would be my thing. Try to just make it as...
That's what the trains do here in NYC, actually. The rails are above the street.
Yeah. Well, like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, trying to get it like that, right? Like, because I would love if, like, if my state would just, like, have, like, public transportation, and it wouldn't be as like, and people just would be able to use it, you know, more often. Like, that, and maybe, like, infrastructure, but the problem is I would have to also figure out, like, I guess I would also have to figure out, like, how to get, like, infrastructure. This is, I guess, why I would be a mayor, is because, like, I would have to, like, basically be like, okay, let's, like, condense everything as much together. Let's have, like, let's have, like, taller buildings, you know? Like, let's have, like, these giant, like, apartment buildings, so at the very least, like, people don't have to pay as much, like, in rent, and then have, like, businesses, like, you know, cram some businesses closer together, because essentially what I would do is make it more like Tempe, which Tempe is, like, very, like, walkable city. I would do that shit, right? Because then everybody would be closer, rent would be cheaper, and, like, and like obvious, but the thing is, I would have to make policies for like, I would also have to make policies to be like, hey, you know, you know, private equity can't you have to only be able to like own certain, like you can only own like a certain amount of buildings and shit, right? Like private equity, I would have to like really limit, you know. So like I would have to really keep an eye on that shit. So, you know, like try to, like I said, just like mostly like pure urban city, like very urban ass city, so people can like walk everywhere, have like people walk everywhere, have people be able to like, you know, get things everywhere. Like people just can survive here, you know. Like that's the main thing is trying to make sure everything is like as decent as possible. Like try to get everything as close together as possible so people can just like walk to places, you know, especially in 120-degree weather. People would just rather like walk than yeah, especially like in 120-degree weather. Like we need like trees everywhere. Like I mean, I would just be straight up copying and pasting the like city plans from Netherlands, because the Netherlands do fucking fantastic. Like their infrastructure is fucking awesome. Like I don't know if you've seen the Netherlands infrastructure, but like their infrastructure is ugh, like gorgeous. Like they have a gorgeous infrastructure. Like and like, you know, like it would make it easy. It would just make it a lot better, you know. That, and probably like if I was a mayor too, I would just like also just keep the fucking solar panels rather than fucking getting them destroyed, because that would just do us, that just seemed, that's a huge waste of money. Like on top of it as well, like maybe also getting somehow figuring like the only problem is like the problem I would have is also like trying to like get like power plants here, right? Like uranium, not uranium, yeah, nuclear power plants, because nuclear power plants literally power an entire, like, can power an entire state, you know? Which I'm like, our state has a nuclear power plant, but like, but if we had like a second, but that one's like all the way on the edge of like, of our state. But um, I just like would say maybe like a second one so we could at least like have so much, like, so the whole fucking, like, everywhere could be powered. At least my city could be powered, you know? No power outages ever, you know? Maybe update the power grid too, because like a lot of the fucking like pole things look really old. I don't know, I just adopt a lot of shit that Europe has pretty much, because they fucking, their place is beautiful, you know? They have beautiful like power grid. It's like I would want that shit, you know. Basically no more power outages. No more power outages, beautiful infrastructure, fucking like high-end, what do you call it, like beautiful infrastructure. Obviously blue collar workers, I would want to actually make them get paid like, you know, a decent wage. Not to like blue collar workers, I would also prioritize. I mean, I'm not trying to do that with like, obviously if I'm doing the public transit thing, that'll be different. But if I was like the mayor, literally like there would be two things. Again, no AI data centers. That would just not exist. And then I know that I technically can't choose that, but like, you know, because technically the representative can choose that, but like, you know, no AI data centers and blue collar workers getting a pay, like getting a livable wage. Oh, sorry, three things. Like better.
Write down these ideas of yours. I would recommend.
Write down these ideas of yours. I would recommend. Yeah, I mean,
Pitch them to your council.
Pitch them to your council. I would, honestly. Well, my main, I go to the city council meetings sometimes, and like I tell them this stuff, and like, you know, and a lot of people think it's a good idea. So, you know, it's just the difference is there's just like, you know, it's just obviously the mayor kind of probably sucks dick. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, let's see. The main three things I would do is AI data centers would be you know, no on those. Then not, I mean, how do I say this? For specifically Gen AI, no on those. And then what do you call it? Then better infrastructure, like where we have walkable cities, and then what's the other thing I said? Not the power plant thing, there was a different thing. See, I forgot the last thing I said. Oh yeah, and blue collar workers getting getting paid like, you know, a fair wage. You know. Like blue collar workers being the priority. Like priority workers. You know. I hate to say it, like people are probably gonna be
You said you wanted to build another nuclear power plant.
Yes, that too, yes. That one, but I was gonna say the nuclear power plant was the extra thing, but yeah, that. You know, better infrastructure, better, like, you know, blue-collar workers being prioritized, and then...
And don't forget to pay teachers more too, especially.
Well, yeah, teachers especially, but I would have to talk to the Board of Education about that. I guess that too. Yeah, teachers would be paid more, blue-collar workers would be prioritized, and then... No, yeah, better infrastructure. I mean, I would have, like, very simple policies, it just... The difference is, would I be able to do all those? The answer is probably no. I would have to choose one of those things to do, because, like, the crazy thing is, I would just have to choose one, because, unfortunately, you know, politics is very slow, so, I would have to choose one, and, like, the main one I would probably do is prioritizing blue-collar workers, for now. But obviously other guys wouldn't be able to do that shit, but even like, because infrastructure would be more like, let's see, so we would probably start with prioritizing blue collar workers, and then if I keep getting elected, then maybe like, then obviously like blue collar workers, and then after that teachers pay, and then after that would be infrastructure would be a part of like the power grid thing. That would be a part of like the making nuclear power. Nuclear power is the really expensive part though. So and then fuck else was I? So then maybe the AI data center thing, and then the infrastructure. So yeah, I would go blue collar worker prioritization. Which would probably also go into, like, anti-AI stuff, which is good. It would go into, like, destroying AI policies of being like, well, you can't replace your workers with AI, so nice try. Or there has to be a consistent job for these guys, so nice fucking try. And then there would be, again, so yeah, that, then teachers pay, and, like, making education would be a really fucking hard thing to reform. That would be a really hard thing to reform because I'm not very intelligent, so changing education would be really hard for me. And then, yeah. Trying to think what else. God, I'm trying to think, what else would I give a policy, like, change for? Yeah, no, so yeah, then the AI data centers, then the infrastructure. Like limiting AI data centers to stop sucking up our water, and then infrastructure, or not, yeah, infrastructure, which includes like power plants and having walkable cities and shit. Like the irony is, like this would be if I kept getting elected though. Like I would do something like easy, because like I would do something that would start like, you know, I guess not easy, but I guess something that would be a little bit easier, I should say. Well, then again, I don't know, the blue-collar prioritization worker thing might be also harder to, wouldn't be that easy either. I'm trying to think of something that would be, like, easy to start off with. You gotta start off with the easy shit and prove that you can do that, and then move from, like, harder thing to harder thing. Maybe the infrastructure thing might be the next thing that would be, I don't know. There'd be so many fucking things I'd want to do, but like... That's the only problem too, because like, I mean, the irony is, like, people You also have to have people that are smart enough to actually like vote for someone like that too, though. So the problem is, I guarantee that if I'm like the guy that's like, okay, I want to prioritize blue collar workers, then like fucking there's gonna be some fucker that's gonna make a campaign against me and be like your white collar workers at jeopardy. They want to replace you with, they want to like go back 50 million steps into work. They want to make you jobless, something like that. You know, they're gonna fucking, there's gonna be someone that will like try to do that, like that will try to smear me somehow. Like, it sounds crazy, but then again, I don't know. Mamdani, like fucking, his whole thing is like about making like rent cheaper, and like obviously because everybody's like, yeah, you know, making landlord, like, you know, having landlords like deal with the consequences of their actions sounds good to me. It's like rent being cheaper, Medicare, hell yeah, like sounds good to me. Like, you know, free health insurance, like, man, that sounds great. Like, it's really hard to get a guy, like, it's really hard to smear a guy that, like, that basically just, it's really hard to smear a guy that basically wants people to, like, you know, like, have a better life, like, do basic things, right?
Mamdani was smeared too much, and he used it to his advantage and played them for jokers.
Oh yeah, dude, straight up. Like, the guy, straight up, like, his main two things is literally affordable rent and
Plays his rivals for
free
jokers.
health insurance. Plays his rivals for jokers? Oh yeah, dude, straight up. His thing is affordable rent and free healthcare. Like, that is such like a good thing to rally behind. And he's been and like, that's the crazy thing, is he's been doing it. He literally has kept his word. He's been keeping his word, which is fucking amazing. Like, he has been keeping his word, and like, that's the beautiful thing about it, right? It's like, and that's the thing with like my city. I would try it, like, I would keep my word where I'll be like, okay, let's see if blue collar workers get treated better. Let's see the conditions there, and let's see let me at least make conditions for blue collar workers be decent. Let me make sure that people that are like building our homes and maintaining our buildings and like making sure that we're cool on the inside, let's make sure that these guys are being treated properly, right? Like, simple as that, right? You know, let's make sure that these guys are getting paid, though, like paid for, like, you know, killing themselves, basically, you know? Like, let's make sure like teachers like actually have a livable wage. You know, let's make sure teachers have a livable wage. Let's make sure they actually get paid what they should be. Let's have education like be like actually good, right? Like I would be paying attention to that kind of stuff, right? You know? And then of course, like, artistic integrity, you know, obviously. I would be more like supporting that end and trying to like, all I would really have to do with that though is just be there for like artistic, like for, you know, artistic events. So, and then like, because supporting small artists is really easy to do. So, you know, because all you really have to do is like, you know, just support like small things, like indie artists, and you're good. You're good to go. I'm already a professional in that shit, so, you know, so it's like there's a bunch of things that I could just do, you know, like there's a bunch of things I could do, and that would be my thing, right? Like, it just, the simple thing is to just basically give people what they want. Like, give people the basic shit. Like, literally the main thing that everyone wants right now is just to survive, like, be able to survive in this day-to-day world, right? Like, be able to live, you know? Like, it may sound crazy, but like, again, just like I said, if I'm prioritizing blue collar workers and like making sure that the people, like I said, I don't think people, obviously I'm gonna get a shitload of people are gonna like obviously give like some racist remarks. Obviously I'm not like, I look like a white guy, but they'll be like, oh, this guy's trying to give immigrants more jobs or some, like, they're gonna hit me with the immigrant thing. That's what they're gonna hit me with. I'm like, I already know exactly what they're gonna try to hit me with. They're gonna hit me with the I prioritize immigrants, when in reality most of the people that work in construction and HVAC are like, and plumbers and shit, they're fucking Hispanic dudes. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, they're Hispanic guys. Like, now they're gonna probably be Somalians, which is interesting. That's gonna be new. I don't know. Maybe Somalians will be in a different thing because they're really good with like cars and shit. So I don't know, dude. They're gonna try to hit me with something crazy. It's gonna be the immigrant thing. I know immediately that's what's gonna be because they can't get me because I look like a white guy. So you know, my last name is Spanish, but again, like they're gonna try to hit me with like a bunch of racist, or they're gonna hit me with like a bunch of racist. They're gonna hit me with like a bunch of crazy other shit because you look white, you're gonna like it's harder to smear you. So the only problem is people are gonna pull my last name and be like, dude, this guy's last name is Spanish. This guy is clearly not American. I'm like, bitch, I was born and raised here. Nice try. I don't know. But obviously those fuckers don't actually vote, so let's be honest. I've noticed a lot of people that tend to be like huge Twitter heads. They tend not to vote. And like it's kind of interesting like because there's this one guy that's straight up like he's so like chronically online, and as long as you keep those people lazy and keep them chronically online, they just won't actually do anything. Like just don't just have their algorithm not show them like people that actually are doing shit. Because like that's the irony. The one thing I've recognized about like extreme right-wing bullshit is what do I call it? What do you call it? Fucking I don't know. This guy like they get people that don't do jack shit, and it helps a lot. Like I guarantee this guy has never voted, and I'm very glad that he hasn't because good God, he would be a huge problem if he was. Anyway. Anywho, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I just had a fucking this moron. That's Kevin Thompson. Oh, yeah, right. Forgot about that. I forgot I'm following all the freaking politicians we have right now. Um, actually, I need to update these now.
Twitch ad.
Yeah, we're just